some snapping? Can I get some stomping? Does anybody have feet touching the ground? Okay, cool. Now stop doing that. So just clapping and snapping from now on.
All right.
I'm just kidding. You can mix it up. Woo!
Justice down. Hey guys. Sorry, I'm currently in my festival gear. I don't usually look like this. I feel like I look like Wish.com Tekashi69. Just a real discount version. Oh, thank you. Yes, I look like Tekashi if he actually 69. We don't know what he was up to in jail. We don't know. Okay. If you guys, I don't really do poetry, but if you guys are good, I will read from one of my favorite poets, the amazing Sean D. Enright. Let's give a hand of applause for Sean for creating this venue for everybody. The most preeminent, I'm not a poet, guys. I don't know words. Preeminent poetry venue in the area. But what I actually do is I do storytelling and stand-up. I've been doing storytelling for about a decade and stand-up for about 3 weeks. So I'm mainly gonna work on stand-up material. But I'm first gonna just talk about my fucking day. But no, I'm short on time, so let's just immediately go into stand-up. Because I'm also gonna perform from Sean's at the end. And let me assume, so I'm taking the stand-up 101 course in downtown Pittsburgh at the Arcade Theater, if you guys are familiar with that venue. So I'm gonna practice. I got my recording. This is a homework assignment. We're mainly supposed to speak to what we know, so I'm gonna talk about some queer shit for you guys. Pride's coming up. Let's talk about some queer shit. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do is, let's do this again. Supposed to, as a comedian, I'm supposed to come from backstage and be like, hey, everybody, do this shit already. Hey, how we feeling tonight? How we doing, Millville? Yeah! I heard you guys just had MMF. What does that stand for?
Millville Music.
No, it stands for Millville, motherfuckers! Get hyped! Millville is the coolest little town I know, except I got ticketed when helping a friend load in for a stage. So you guys are all cool except for your cops, which are cops. Like, what can you say about cops? Anyway, my name is Ja. I'm getting hyped for Pride, even though for some reason we got kicked out of the point. I don't know why. I don't know what that drama's about. There is still active discrimination against queer people. So I'm gonna do a bunch of queer materials. If you are uncomfortable with queer material, this will be at least 5 minutes of non-stop queer material. So if you're not enjoying it, just get the fuck out of here. Okay, so do you guys know about Makeout Club? Anybody? Makeout Club? Oh yeah, that guy makes out. You can tell, look at that. I can't pull off that kind of look. That's why I'm wearing a jacket, guys. I got no arms. I just got spindly little noodle arms under this. The jacket helps cover that up. But Makeout Club is not what it immediately sounds like. It's not like a sloppy fight club. It's actually queer speed dating, but you wouldn't really know because all they have is just a vague Instagram post and then an exact copy of that Instagram post in their bathrooms with no explanation. It just says Makeout Club first Wednesday. You wouldn't know, man. When is it? Yeah, my man knows. My man's a regular. He's like getting his card stamped, 10th stamp, free makeout. I don't know, and a sub, a sloppy sub, but a very dry makeout is when you get on the 10th one that you attend. I actually have to refer to this is. I'm trying to remember all my material, but I do have to refer to notes occasionally. Okay, so I think. It's mainly a branding thing. I get it, makeouts are sexy, but I think the pandemic ruined makeouts for me. So this was at the height of the pandemic, I think 2022. I'm starting to do international travel again. I'm basically migratory. I'm only in Pittsburgh during the summers now, guys, and once it gets cold, I just fly away like a tropical bird. So I was heading on an international trip, and I'm like, I don't want to catch, because it was all the stuff was going around. Omicron, Delta, whatever. The scary ass ones that sound like Transformer villains. Like a Decepticon. Omicron? Yo, he might just destroy your city. That motherfucker sounds scary. Omicron beware. It just sounds scary. But I was like, okay, the smart thing to do, because I don't want to transmit it to people, I don't want to be sick during a cool international trip, I'm just going to catch it early and be a responsible human being. So I have a nurse ex, and like, a nurse X is an advantage because they spend time around sick people. So obviously, the sensible thing to do was text my nurse X, spit in my mouth, daddy, please. Because that's the responsible thing to do. Catch it early. I was chasing the bug, and, my ex is highly infectious, hashtag humble brag. He works in the hospital system. He's probably accidentally killed so many old people. I don't know. It was deadly back then. It was a deadly thing. But I think that people don't know about me because this is a crowd that I honestly don't know a single fucking person here. I've only been in this venue once before during the Millville Music Festival, and I thought it was a fun vibe for comedy, and I decided to come again. So let's do a little audience interaction. I'm gonna do an applause-o-meter, and you guys guess how queer I am. Right in the middle, we're gonna do just applause or cheers, whatever, is 50-50 bisexual. 50-50 into femmes and masculine people. Like, what do you think I am? And then this side is more towards the ladies, and this is more towards the guys. So we're gonna start off right in the middle, 50-50. Who thinks 50-50? Okay.
50-50.
Okay, a little more towards the dudes, a little bit more towards the ladies. You guys aren't very loud at all. Let's try that one more time. In the middle, 50-50, bisexual. No bi erasure. Okay, now dudes. Who thinks dudes? Oh, a lot of dudes. Okay, who thinks ladies? Silence. Oh, man. Okay, that's what I generally get. I would say I probably currently present 50% more gay than I currently am. About 50% more. And that causes problems because I'm like actively dating in the area. So I did go to Makeout Club, queer speed dating, and I think I was just kind of like confusing to a lot of people. Nowadays, at best, I'm heteroflexible. Because as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized, like a lot of people have, dating men fucking sucks. Right, ladies? Right, queers? It just fucking sucks. But at the same time, when I'm in Club Pittsburgh in the dark, a hole is a fucking hole.
Oh, no.
And men generally are the sluttier and more willing holes. Am I right? Can I get an amen? But they also tend to be assholes. Literally. It's a thinker, guys. It's a thinker. I'll let you guys get it. I think what it is I've just gotten my dick grabbed non-consensually just way too many times in Club Pittsburgh. And you know what they say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, stop grabbing my fucking dick, Peter! At least buy me a drink first, you fucking race queen. And learn some consent, you bitch. Anyway, nowadays I'm mainly attracted to femmes. It's super surprising. My friends are like, John dates girls now? So weird. Don't even know him anymore. And I think there's a lot of positives to dating femmes. Number one, boobs are awesome. As one of my trans friends say, best investment ever. Free drinks? That's all I gotta do? Just get some titties? Dude, get some titties. I noticed a couple dudes developing titties already. Sometimes you get too many drinks. It's a vicious circle. I think it confuses femmes who first meet me and don't know me that well when I just am at a random thing. I'm not introduced by a friend. Because I think in the beginning, I immediately give big sleepover energies. They think they just met their new gay BFF. And they're extremely before they know that I'm into ladies, and they just think I'm super fucking flaming gay. They're also very handsy and flirty during Makeout Club. But at the end of the night, when I try to practice clear communication and active consent, and I ask them, hey, would it be okay sometime if I just ask you out on a date? Because I have to specify. I can't just say date, because they'll just think, oh yes, honey, let's get our nails done sometime. I have to be real explicit that it is a romantic or sexual interest date. They immediately get awkward and standoffish. And what is the lesson there? I have no fucking idea. Is it femmes flirting as long as there's no consequences? Is being the object of male desire an inherently frightening conundrum? If you guys figure out, let me know. I don't know. I think it might be the frightening thing because men can be inherently scary. I mean, we have the whole man, the man versus bear thing. That's how bad it is, guys. That's how hostile of an environment you're making it for the ladies or the queers. Where we're more like, okay, so on one hand, there's a vicious animal that will murder me in the woods, and on the other hand, there's a vicious animal that will murder me in the woods and possibly roofie and rape me beforehand. It's scary out there. That's why people often pick the bear. I used to pick bears, but again, no longer in Club Pittsburgh. Those guys were too powerful for me. They would overpower me. I think that's honestly why I'm attracted to femmes now. I see a more fighting chance. I'm just like a $130, $135 at best. I cannot overpower most things. If you just get a large dog, I cannot overpower a large dog. But nowadays, I'm mainly into ladies. I am mainly presenting masculine. My actual gender identity, I think, just confuses people because it's not related really to like my sexuality or even gender expression. I identify as two-spirit, which is possibly one of the most awkward non-binary classifications. You have to like basically read an extremely long Wikipedia entry since it's related to my spirituality and how I believe that in the service of plant medicine, especially in ceremony, you should embody both the divine masculine and feminine to balance out like the harmonies, which is just an overly complicated way of saying you can call me whatever pronoun you want when I'm giving you lemon tech shrooms, when I'm just serving up that hot goodness and you're looking the face of God, yo, anything. You can call me anything because you don't even know where the fuck you are anymore. But yeah, I also used to do drag when I was younger, but I'm like a bit vain. I passed pretty easily because my mom is an actual beauty queen. I'm a different kind of queen, but I've run my share of pageants, bitches. I've won my share of pageants. But now I'm an old fucking hag, and I never learned how to do my makeup properly, so I just don't doll myself up anymore. I mean, it's just difficult being a pretty lady. I'm gonna skip the stuff about Gold Star lesbians that is not relevant to the crowd. That's more of a P-Town stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't want to go over my time too much. I just think that sexuality is very complex and fluid, and this is gonna be my last joke. Speaking of fluids, do you guys want to hear? I'm trying to prepare about a half hour of stand-up material and then an equal amount of storytelling material for like an hour-long special I'm trying to produce at the end of the summer. Do you guys want to know some of the proposed names for this special? Do you guys want to hear it? Yes. Okay. So trigger warning. All the trigger warnings. This is gonna be a very challenging joke. Okay, so the current top name for it is broken, comma, but, B-U-T, and then whole, spelled W-H-O-L-E. And I know it sounds like that South Park joke, broken butthole, and I guess it's a vague reference to that, but it's more about the idea that like even after a traumatic event, you can still like piece yourself together and still continue onwards and heal from it. But it's also about how like after I got roofied and molested by a couple at a music festival, when I was submitting to a rape trauma kit, they needed a team of doctors to swab out my asshole for fluids because they don't trust doctors not to rape you too alone. Thanks guys. I'm Ja. That was my set.
We'll give it up for Ja, and I'm gonna need a name pronunciation double check.
Little help.
So we got number